What is this? Episode 23? Drinking OG V8. I haven't yet started editing episode 7. I had to record episode 6 3 times. And edit the third one twice. Because Frapp's screwing me over twice in a row. And then I uploaded, I guess it would have been episode 3, no, episode 6, take 3, mark 1. But that got blocked in some countries because of a Jimi Hendrix song that plays over the radio at 100 rads, or at least I think that's what it was. So I had to edit that again into episode 6, take 3, mark 2, so to speak. You don't have to call it that. I'm not calling it that. But I could call it that. Never mind that. What's on the agendoid for today, for this episode? I've rebuilt a good portion of my wealth. And that is an ongoing goal. I think I equipped the Agroprom military base medic with a drug making kit. So I could equip Clear Skies medic with this. In the previous episode I might have speculated on next equipping some of the more northerly outposts with tools and kits and such, but there's another part of me that kind of wants to equip all friendly or neutral faction outposts in the southern region of the zone with full sets of tools and drug making kits and all that whatnot. Or I could go to Yantar. Need to buy a double Lima Mike Charlie to put that jellyfish in. Why do NPCs
Спокойно. Чем могу помочь, сталкер?
So often in this mod carry around active artifacts? Without putting them in any kind of proper container. Controller brain tissue, not a Bureau brain. I think what I have here is a Bureau brain. I'm fresh out of controller brains. My allergies are killing me. Nasal allergies, all allergies are a malfunction of the immune system. It's a glitch in the immune system's program.
Ну, здорово.
What else are you offering? Nothing all that interesting. let's see. Oh, I will avoid the temptation to buy those 40 mils. Go ahead and take the last swig of this, which I meant to do at the very end of the previous episode. Now, for some reason, you can't do this. Or maybe you can, let's see. Nope, you can't do it. You have to do it that way. Which means you have to accept some radiation. Uh, 61 should be good enough. Well, it's gone now, but that's not the point. That's only because this is a... This particular artifact, the jellyfish, is not as radioactive as some artifacts. Not a justification for letting your guard down. I had a feeling more than one would be 61%, and I just happen to have two that happen to be 61%. I don't know why, but the moment I saw that number 61, I was like, yeah, that's a good enough percentage. What is it with my... I'm not good. I don't know what it is with my brain and the way it perceives certain numbers. It's not... I was never good at math. I was always more geared toward literature and language. Do I have 9 of those? But I don't. But I like patterns.
Время дорого. Рассказывай.
I think George Lucas does too, because you'll notice certain numbers pop up in his movies. Like, I'm not just talking about 1138, THX 1138. I mean, let's say 327, for example. I don't know the significance of that number, but the number 327 pops up in George Lucas's work a lot. Maybe it was his high school locker number.
Or his middle school locker number, I don't know. Was middle school a thing in his time, or did they call it junior high? What exactly is the difference? Crystal, don't have one. That would be easy to do, but I don't feel like going to garbage. I want to... Truck Cemetery. That's always fun. I will do that. Oh... I have enough food on me. And enough water, but... I played a long game. I take care of basic necessities now. And by this much of these, I still have just over 40,000. Eventually, I'll have enough food and medicine stashed north and south. Слушай тебя. I'll be able to dip into it whenever I need to do so. Oh, another package to deliver to Agroprom. That would be relatively easy money, but... Ну, что расскажешь? Зона. Как жизнь? I want to have some fun in the truck cemetery. Oh, and it just had to be one of these. One 13878. I really want the top 10 to be monolith, so I can do the Topper's mission without being a bastard in the process. By the way, don't be surprised if I end up
perhaps starting with episode 7. By the time you watch this video, I will have established a pattern, but because of what I experienced with episode 6, from now on, every time I'm in 100 rads, no matter what song is playing on the radio, or maybe I will pay closer attention to that, I will speed up the 100 rads parts 50%, which should count as enough of an alteration. And on top of that, I will also probably put some music layered on top of it. Maybe the classic music that you hear at the bar in Shadow of
Иди своей
Chernobyl.
дорогой, сталкер.
Excellent.
Ну, здорово.
Now let's hope that by the time I get over there, they are all still in the truck cemetery, instead of one or more of them wandering off the map
Да ты рассказывай, с чем пришел.
to some other map. I don't have to be a gopher anymore. Unless I feel like it. You still wanted magazines, high-capacity magazine set, if I recall, and I still haven't found one in this timeline. That's the cheap stuff, I think.
Спокойно. Чем могу помочь, сталкер?
Truck cemetery. should start introducing myself as Judson Gaiden, the internet personality with the squeakiest chair, on a regular basis from now on. Not guaranteeing anything, but of course it would be an homage to S.T.A.L.K.E.R Shadow, who is one of my faves. I watch all the usual suspects on YouTube, and quite a few of the unusual suspects too. Excellent. Right next to each other. S.T.A.L.K.E.R Shadow, Brandon Tennell, Mike Bracken, the Horror Geek. They all like a lot of the same types of movies that I like. Which reminds me, the Nostalgia Critic did a review of Freaked, but he hasn't yet done a review of the original Street Trash from 1987. It's not guaranteed that if you like Freaked, you'll also like Street Trash, but if you like movies like Freaked, hold that thought. A mutated tree. I've never noticed that before. If you like movies like Freaked, Alex Winter's gonzo absurdist masterpiece, then there's a higher probability that you'll also like movies like Street Trash, or The Ice Pirates, or Killer Clowns from Outer Space. There's nothing at all wrong with having a taste for gonzo absurdism. And by the way, the original Street Trash doesn't glorify nihilism. It criticizes it. If you understand who is being painted as, who and what is being painted as relatively the good guys versus the bad guys, Kevin the Runaway and Bill the Cop are the ones trying to improve their situation. But even the so-called good guys have issues. I don't like the fact that Kevin is supposed to be 14 years old. The actor who played him was 18 at the time. I think Kevin should have been 18 years old. And his older brother, Fred, I saw you toss that. I knew that wasn't a leaf. Really? Yeah, he's wearing an exo. Ha ha! He destroyed himself to death with a poorly tossed hand grenade. Gonna have to use up some 5.56 on this exo-clad cheeky brinky bandit. Are we playing musical shipping crates here? Wow, you're a clever one. Or at least a quick one. Are those bandit colors?
Ныкайся! Ныкайся, пацаны!
Well, if he was that panicked, I must have damaged him a decent amount. Even though I wasn't
Ну,
using...
доставай водяру! Помянем жмуров свеженьких!
Wasn't using AP. Calling it right now, he's either using AP rounds in whatever gun he's got, or he's using a substantial caliber that's likely in the 30 caliber persuasion. 7.62 by 39, 7.62 by 51. Really? The AI is that smart that it was able to flim-flam me in exactly that sort of way. Or maybe I'm that dumb. I thought this was going to be easy. Because bandits. Denied. 2 bandit elimination jobs in the truck cemetery. I had no idea it was going to be this hard. And I still haven't found an ACOG. Why was that so hard? Now let's see what he was using. Really? Really? An MP7. What the shit? Tell me it was AP rounds at least. Yeah, that was it. I hate that the MP7 is chambered for 9x19. Right. Why not chamber it for 5.7? Better than 4.6. And why is its stock collapsed? Or does its inventory icon just look like that? I've tried looking at it in third person. It's inconclusive because your character's arm blocks your view of where the stock would be. Side picture's good. I'd like to use this. It counts as a Recon scout weapon. But despite the stats, I would say it's outclassed and outmoded by the MP5 SD6. You can't go just by stats. There are other significant details. Now, there's more I wanted to do while I was here. I don't really need these parts. Oh, that's great. Actually, that's not a huge deal because you can take shelter inside at least one of these shipping containers. I forget which one. Apparently this one. While this is going on, I think I'll finish my little can of V8 here and maybe open up a Mountain Dew. D-E-W-M. Dew. I might have mentioned this before in some previous episode, but I don't care too much for plain old tomato juice. If I have a hankering for something tomato flavored, I'd rather eat a tomato. I want the flavor and the texture, but just the plain old juice, that doesn't do it for me. V8 has more complexity to it, and part of what gives it that complexity is celery. I like the celery flavor. It's also a big part of what makes it taste like soup broth. I like this style of emission, the aesthetics of it, but I also like the aesthetics and the style of the red sky emissions from Oblivion Lost. Both styles or motifs depict a menacing, angry sky. Aurora light. So, getting chewed up by this guy, just using 9mm 8P full auto, kind of makes me wonder, would I have been able to do the whole Brain Scorcher Lab X-19 mission quest thing more efficiently, more effectively, using just this MP5 SD6 loaded with AP? Would that have done the job better? Maybe I should stop buying mass quantities of FMJ ammo, which I only buy mass quantities of that kind of ammo because it's the cheapest. It's the most bog standard and therefore the cheapest ammo type per caliber. Now what I'm doing is I'm stalking big game. I'm hoping to come across either a Chimera or a Pseudogiant, but if it turns out to be a controller or a Buehrer, I'll probably deal with it the same way. Controllers and Buehrers can be felled with far less than a 40 mil, but because they have X-Men powers combined with Sith Lord mentalities, basically, you gotta take them out quick. You gotta take them out quickly, go fast. I don't know what else I might encounter. That's why I have the MP5 out instead of the Pro Pipe. If I could put a Pro Pipe on the MP5, any variant of the MP5, then it would be like Half-Life or Black Mesa. Some think the Half-Life 1 MP5 is an MP5 SD with a short barrel M203 on it, but it's actually not, because when you put an M203 on an MP5, it requires not a barrel extension, but hey, it's one of those. It's not a barrel extension, but it's also not exactly a barrel jacket. I don't know what you would call it. Oh, great. Typical. How perfectly opportunistic. That never happened to me in Oblivion Lost. No version, neither Oblivion Lost 2.2 nor Oblivion Lost 2010. There's always some bitchy little distraction in this mod that prevents me from doing the thing that I want/need to do, which in this case is pay attention to what's going on around me, which I thought I was doing. You saw me looking over in this direction, expecting a Chimera to come from this direction. No Chimera came from this direction, so I went ahead and butchered that bastard-ass cat. And then the Chimera showed up. Hey, a flesh pig. The Chimera showed up without making any noise, without announcing its presence. Because it's somehow able to do that. I know you're out there. So even when I think I'm on my guard, I'm not. Because you can't rely on your senses and you can't rely on your intuition. There's always some aspect of this game / mod that's able to flim-flam both your senses and your intuition. There you are. This might take 2. Or not. Part of me wanted to try blasting it out of the air. The duty-colored Chimera. Ha! I smoke doobie. I feel groovy. He smoke doobie. He feel groovy. I'm satisfied with this haul. Even though I died to an exo-clad bandit multiple times and then died to a super chimera once. And I'm pissed off at myself for believing that I came here prepared, but still dying multiple times. Oh, that's just great. That's perfect. I see that stash on my mini-map with the green marking. And of course that trailer right there couldn't possibly be a shelter, because that would make way too much sense. A shipping container is certain shipping containers act as shelters, but certainly not that trailer right there. A shipping container that's open on both ends counts as a shelter. but not an enclosed trailer. And there a pulse just happened right above me. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. A pulse formed directly above me during a psi storm. Psi storm, not sea storm. And even if it was spelled with an I, it would still be psi storm. As in psionic storm. Psionic storm, psychic storm. It's not a psionic storm, it's not a psychic storm, it's a psionic storm and or psychic storm. Yeah, I'm going to be harping on that for years. Just like I've been harping on so many of these details since way back in 2008 when I started my first YouTube channel. And well, maybe it might not have been 2008 that I first started seeing things like mag ditching reload animations becoming a thing in the Stalkerverse. The moment I saw that, I knew that was going to infest Stalker 2. And the moment I saw the inability to aim grenade launchers in clear sky, I feared that would become the prevailing standard, and it did. That's how it is in Call of Pripyat, that's how it is in Stalker 2. And yet, in the first game, in Shadow of Chernobyl, you can aim grenade launchers. Keep in mind that in a sophisticated series of games like Stalker, zoom does not count as aim. It's half-assed. And I've never understood it. In the case of zoom with pistols, I understand that point shooting is a thing, but it serves no purpose in gameplay. Point shooting is a thing that tactical police are taught to do IRL, but it's a niche technique that serves a very specific purpose under very specific circumstances. It is not standard procedure. It's an atypical technique. Oh. Well, another achievement. Nice. Something else that cheeses me off is the inability to dodge Pseudogiant pseudo-stomps with perfectly timed jumps. I know I've harped on this plenty of times, but I still don't understand it. Why take away that ability? We could do that way back in Shadow of Chernobyl and its mods, including but not limited to Oblivion Lost. Grok restored that ability in Gamma. But Gamma also adds a whole bunch of... It adds and subtracts certain things, adds to and subtracts from certain things from the Anomaly recipe that I personally don't think are necessary in order to attain a truly perfect recipe. There's a zombified stalker. A couple of them. Well, that was a waste of ammo. Denied. Screw that noise. Although there is a potential that one of them might have an AK-104. I just don't care. I still haven't... I haven't found an ACOG yet, and I haven't found an AK-104 yet. And that's the only 7.62x39 rifle that can be classified as a Recon Scout rifle in this version of this mod. I might have mentioned this in a previous episode, but there's another... I don't know what the mod is called, but one of the shorty AKs you can get is a Zastava M92, which I do believe is generally regarded as one of the best. .762x39 performs better out of a short barrel. 85, I better take care of that. I need to invest in some upgrades. I have one more reliability upgrade I need to install on this, and I need to give this a few more. And maybe do some armor upgrades too. 90... yeah. .762x39 performs better out of a short barrel than 5.45 or 5.56. 5.56 was designed to be fired out of a 20-inch barrel. 7.62x39 was designed to be fired out of a 16-ish inch barrel. 5.45, I think, was designed to be fired out of a 16-ish inch barrel while delivering ballistic performance roughly comparable to 5.56. Speaking of ballistic performance, although 5.45 and 5.56 both have greater effective range and flatter trajectory than 7.62x39, they lose lethality over distance, whereas 7.62x39 maintains its lethality over a greater percentage of its maximum effective range compared to 5.45 or 5.56. And then 9x39 was designed to be fired out of an even shorter barrel. 9x39 is kind of like the 45 ACP of rifle calibers. Big, heavy, kind of slow, but it hits hard. Subsonic by nature. I might have mentioned that in a previous episode. If I repeat myself, it's only because I don't intentionally take mental notes of what I've mentioned and what I haven't.
Чего расскажешь хорошего?
Even as detail obsessed as I am, that would drive me
even a bit crazier than I already am. I just gained goodwill with Duty, Clear Sky, and Loners and didn't lose any with anyone else. If I have one of those, I'm keeping it for myself
Ну, что расскажешь?
for now.
А зверье тут?
Uh,
Да и люди. Не особо
there's an
лучше.
excuse to go to the Great Swamps. 2 things to do. Let's see if I inexplicably lose goodwill with mercs, for example, just for turning in 6 monolith patches.
Опять сапожище хреновые подсунули.
That's
Твоих
going
совести
jellyfish.
совсем нету у этих.
I didn't lose any goodwill, good.
Подошли гоплык.
And I got another jellyfish, and now I'm going to have a little bit of radiation on me.
Что
Because
расскажешь хорошего?
he couldn't be bothered to put it in a double Lima Mike Charlie. And now I have to buy another one of those. Funnily is a grammatically correct word, but we Americans don't commonly use it. One of these days I need to make myself do this, even though I don't like doing these RF receiver things for reasons previously explained. Oh. I instinctively pressed my key to bring out my PDA, even though I already had it brought out. In order to get this achievement in Call of Pripyat,
А зверье тут? Да и люди. Не особо лучше.
you have to use 3 doses of zombie powder in order to survive 3 emissions out in the open. And I think that's the maximum number of those doses you find in Call of Pripyat, but don't quote me on that. AK-104, I'm looking for one of those too. Normally I never use it,
Подходи, сталкер. Для таких, как ты, у меня всегда есть кое-что интересное.
because it's outmoded and outclassed by every other weapon in the same caliber. Unless you're pretending to be a recon scout, that's the only time you need to use it.
Yeah, I need to turn the mission into what's his face, but before I do that, I want to take care of this.
Чего расскажешь хорошего?
Now I have 2 of the same artifact. I can leave 1 here and take 1 to Antar. Oh, I meant to stash some of these things before I even went to the truck cemetery, and I got all distracty go nuts. I might continue to keep a Geiger counter handy. Though it's not a huge necessity. Now, I'll probably buy my tech from the professor. Not just out of faction loyalty, or an expression of faction loyalty, let's say, but I think his prices are the best. We'll use the improved body cooler as a determining factor, partially because it's price is an easy number to remember. 22770. Which is similar to one of my high school locker numbers that I still remember for no reason. 2177. Why do I remember that? Why does my brain do the things that it does? Well, probably for the same reason I'm mixed-handed. Almost ambidextrous. The hemispheres of my brain sometimes compete with each other and sometimes work with each other. Everything looking nice and neat and properly combined and everything. Did I have... any more armor repair kits? I'll go ahead and do this. I'll give it the full 100% battery, since I don't have night vision yet. Normally I put the, if only one of my batteries is 100%, I'll put that one in my night vision. But that hasn't become a concern yet. I will... I can just keep that on me. Or not. Normally I usually go out into the field with 2 full bottles of this stuff. Stash the surplus. Now, I need to eat, to drink, which is, for whatever reason, typically done in that order, as it is IRL, though technically we need water even more than we need food. I'll go to Yantar. While I'm here, I could see about installing some of these upgrades to my armor, or I could keep doing jobs.
Какие новости, сталкер?
And earn some money before doing that. Monolith patches? No. Monolith patches?
Как жизнь?
Monolith patches?
Спокойно. Чем могу помочь, сталкер?
Monolith patches? How am I doing on ammo? Maybe I should bring all of my Pernash machine
Кстати,
pistols here.
слышали? Говорят, что все, что происходит в зоне, имеет неземное происхождение. И
Break down
эксперимент
the
инопланетян над людьми.
more busted ones
Старым для вторжения. Разрабатывают планы. Здесь, в
and
зоне,
fix up
на полигоне. Явно.
one of them.
Говорят, например, что артефакты — это бомбы, которые в один прекрасный момент сдетонируют. А так как их растащили по лабораториям, то будет уничтожена куча научных ресурсов.
940 mils is still enough.
Правильно. Можно в это, конечно, не верить. Но кто знает. Может, тот, кто за радар хотел сказать. Кто реально?
Two things for this guy. Mission to turn in and a PDA to turn in.
Какие новости, сталкер?
Why do you have to hop
Спокойно.
up those stairs? It defeats the point of having stairs. Pretty good.
Иди своей
reward
дорогой,
there.
сталкер.
Not sure how fine a soldier I really am, given the trouble I had, but I appreciate the compliment. Not bad, not bad.
Иди своей дорогой, сталкер.
I need to keep my supply of that myself. Good old hops number 9. Some might compare duty to the Spartan Order, which is an apt comparison. But don't compare them
Как жизнь?
to the actual Spartans. The real world Spartans were not the good guys, nor were the Persians. There were no good guys in those days, because in those days, all societies were based on tyranny and collectivism, and the Spartans were uber collectivists. They believed that the individual was an expendable commodity of the state. Contrary to what the graphic novel and the movie would have us believe, their philosophy was not based on freedom. They had no concept of freedom. I'm not even sure if it could be said that they despised the concept of freedom, seeing as how they had no concept of it in the first place. The late but still great Rush Limbaugh said, back in the 90s, freedom has one definition, and that's individuality. Keep the W, save over the X. The Spartans had proto-socialist or perhaps even proto-communist economic system combined with what could be described as a proto-fascist political system. A double dose of collectivism. Double dose of totalitarianism. Why would anyone willingly choose to live under that kind of system? Well, I don't believe anyone would willingly choose that. You'd have to be born into it and or indoctrinated into it. Just like what turns a human into a monolithian in the zone. It's not much different from that. Except that also involves psionic manipulation. What is that? A barrel? Yeah. Did I grab my vodka? I did. 7 bottles worth. They might not all be full bottles. I'm not bothering with you, pyro guys. I wonder what lurker steaks taste like. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to check that marked stash in the truck cemetery because I got so distracted by having to deal with one storm after another. Distracted / irritated. Puts a whole new shine on the term social cohesion. Or in the words of Caleb from Blood 2 The Chosen, what we have here is a failure to coagulate. Now, I'm not trying to do his voice. His voice is too distinct. Get a professional voice actor to do that. There's an eye. Someone might ask for another one. I still have bad memories about how long it took for me to get a lurker eye for barkeep. And that was quite a few episodes back, if I recall. The RNG Goblin is a cousin of the Glitch Gremlin. But whereas one would likely claim to be an embodiment of chaos, the other would claim to be an embodiment of order. Probably because in some philosophies the ideas of fate and chance often get conflated with each other. And fate is often associated with order. That doesn't mean it's a good thing. Too much order can be worse than too much chaos, because it produces totalitarian tyranny. I keep harping on that, don't I? Some believe that collectivism is the opposite of hierarchy, or vice versa. But they actually go hand in hand. Left-wing authoritarianism tends to emphasize collectivism more so than hierarchy, but uses hierarchy to enforce collectivism. Whereas right-wing authoritarianism does basically the opposite. emphasizes hierarchy but uses collectivism, aka conformity, to enforce that hierarchy. Collectivism is more than just conformity, though. Collectivism implies something even a bit more sinister. One anomaly almost threw me into another. While I was, how do they phrase it? Waxing philosophic? That doesn't sound grammatically correct. And I don't like the word waxing when it's used to mean anything other than something pertaining to the physical substance known as wax. Even though I wouldn't be surprised if wax, the verb, existed before wax, the noun. I'll do some business with you in a bit here. Next full set of tools I get, I probably will finally upgrade, what's his name? Peregrine or Peregrine? I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce his name. But his name reminds me of a character from a movie called Nightbreed, which is pretty much Undertale, the movie. Except it came out a year before Toby Fox was born. I hear a snork. Play along with the snorks. You offer so much more for these dud artifacts. I need to build up more goodwill with my home team. So I can get the high-end tech. I will get my mitts on an exploration suit eventually. Probably the blue one, the Sapphire, SSP-99M Sapphire. Probably skip the green night vision and go right for the blue one. And I'll skip the PDA version 2.1 and go right for the version 3.1. I said 2.1, didn't I? I meant 2.0. Or 2.0. 2.0 is how that should actually be said. I don't like using O in place of 0, that can create confusion. Well, it's good that your lab is shielded from those pulses.
Заходите еще.
I would expect it to be. What a worthless lab this would be if it wasn't. Social cohesion right there. Lack thereof.
Слушай, все вопросы к главному.
And I will go ahead and equip my faction's leader with these documents. Well, I don't know. Is there an achievement you can get for equipping S.T.A.L.K.E.R with these documents? Is S.T.A.L.K.E.R even interested in these documents? I wouldn't mind visiting Dead City. I might do this. Don't feel like going to the Great Swamps. I don't remember whether or not I have a controller hand. Snowflake. I seem to recall there being another artifact called a stone. And in Lost Alpha, you could get those artifacts, and I would often... They complemented each other, just like their names complement each other. And I would use a snowflake alongside a stone. I forget what they did, but I remember that they complemented each other. Complement, not compliment. Two different words, two different spellings that happen to sound similar, but not the same. And yeah, I'll commit myself to this. A moderate amount, but I'll take it. Oh, now the tracking device is in Yantar. I might as well hunt that down while I'm here.
Если нужно что, спрашивай у главного.
If I screwed myself out of scoring an achievement by giving the professor those papers, I don't care. This character is built for a specific purpose anyway. This very particular thematic run. Ecologist Recon Scout. Only seems appropriate that I should be as loyal to my faction as I can be. Including, but not limited to, turning in
Чего тебе?
all the documents I find to the professor. Nice. What is that for? No. That's right, because 4 swigs scores you 15 rounds, if I recall. Which he calls that a mag. But what he calls a mag is actually half a mag. So what he refers to as 4 mags is actually 2 mags. Which is still a very good deal. Even though it's the most basic rifle ammo, 545 FMJ. You use that in an AN-94 with its 2-round hyperburst mode. Get a lot done that way. $67,956. A marked stash. Will there be a set of basic tools? I think I recall putting some of this stuff in here. Grosia. Two iconic double stack 9mm. Battery's good. Dud artifact. Yeah, but that's okay. And I just happen to have one of these. See what else we can find. And let's see if I can grab it without having to ride the lightning, shall we say. This thing's heavy. Come on, jump key. Thank you. Ah, there's another marked stash. Will it contain a set of basic tools? If I score a set of basic tools right here, right now, I'll go ahead and turn those into Peregrine or Peregrine. Probably up there. Or not. See if there are any other marked stashes in the vicinity. Yes. Right next to my target. Even though an icon of a chimera is used to describe the mutant, that doesn't mean it's a chimera, per se. Just like in Shadow of Chernobyl, the image of a flesh pig is used as a generic icon for mutants in general. And of course, if you're going to use one mutant icon to be a representative of all mutant kind, either a flesh pig or a chimera, is a perfect choice. Especially the flesh pig. Oh, of course, we gotta play this game. Whack-a-mole. Whack-a-Toscano. Or several. Few, several, whatevs. Basic tools. Should have brought a set of advanced tools and a set of expert tools and stashed them here expressly for this purpose. But I get so accustomed. Hold on. A big chimera. Let's see where. Unknown source. Spectacular circus show. Opened ass. That sounds disgusting and painful. Disgustingly painful. That's why you should always pack a grenade launcher. If you want to see a real circus show, or if you want to give a real sort of a circus show, trick shooter style, exhibition show, I think is the more typical term for this sort of thing. Blast a chimera out of the air with a grenade launcher. Or out of the air with a 40 mil using a grenade launcher of your choice. I'm gonna have loads of money. I mentioned voice actors before. One of my all-time faves of all time is Charlie Adler.
Здоров.
If you're a Gen Xer, a Zennial, or a Millennial, chances are you've grown up on cartoons that he's worked on.
Приветствую на нашей научной базе.
157. And the top 10 are still not all monolith. A neutral reputation. Must be a boring life. And I've decided to apply the duty philosophy, as I've mentioned before. I am not permitting myself the use of artifacts, not even the heart of the oasis. Technological gadgets only. So I'll sell this, and I'll only make use of these. Negligible weight difference, anyway. I'll skip the Velis and go right for the Svarog once it's time to do so. But I could afford night vision now, and I think that would be worthwhile. Should I go ahead and do that right now? Skipping over the green and going right for the blue. Yes, I think I will do that. And I have another I have another drug making kit. And I can retire the headlamp. I think I meant to sell this to you earlier and got sidetracked. Made sure to take the battery out of it first. And I hear Snorks. You have a Saiga 12. That's the right tool for that task. We have space. We can walk past each other just like that. Good. Now. Check the itinerary or the agendoid. Dark Valley. I should probably wait till this Yahoo is off the Skadovsk. Throat's getting dry, or my tongue's getting dry. I'll be able to get these things done, but that'll be for another time. Still haven't found a high-capacity magazine set. receive any messages while I was distracted? Nah. Most of these numbers are looking good. I should do a product check. And it checks out. Quality control. Never slack on quality control. Or never lapse on quality control, if you prefer that term. Stupid hands sweating again? I wipe it off and it doesn't do any good. Just a moment. Still isn't good enough. Pull out the trackball and wipe it off too, as well as my hands. The trackball part of the trackball, which is easy to clean. People who say trackballs aren't good for gaming are just wrong. Granted, it is a matter of personal preference, ergo not objectively quantifiable. Let's see if there are any marked stashes in the vicinity. No. Why is the word any spelled with an A but pronounced like it's spelled with an E? It's pronounced like it should be spelled E-N-N-Y. I think I left some stuff. In this stash. I did. Let's see if I can donate. Well, you have... what looks to be a bog standard M4A1. Not that there's anything wrong with it being bog standard.
Да неохота мне болтать. Иди с командиром давай.
Looks like you have one too. Side. Did I leave anything in here? No. Doggone ghosty geist. I don't want to waste ammo on you, but if you're going to make me do it, it's acting like it's actually getting hurt by the fruit punch. I hope it is. Bandits? Oops. I know my goodwill is in the negative with you guys, but not by very much. Dummies. This stash isn't marked, but it might have something in it. And I just scored an achievement. Guys dealing with the usual. I might just break down and buy an AK-104. I don't need to buy a 9x39 rifle. I've already got the two best ones. Someone was asking for a Toscano head earlier. Might have been Barkeep. Save the good stuff for later. Put this back in there. Retrieve this, which I need to fix up. Oh. '74, if I recall. '72. Before I load it, or
Ты рассказывай, с чем пришел.
hold on, hold that thought. Do you want monolith patches? Oh, I'm one short. Feel like I'm at Butcher's Place. It would be easy to go deal with that, but there's other stuff I want to get done. Instead of fixing that up, I'd rather upgrade this, a much more adequate rifle. Before doing that, let's see if there are any mutant
Какие
parts.
новости, Сталкер?
Your hand. This is the good stuff. If you're playing the game normally, or if you're playing as pretend assaulter or sniper, versatile caliber, and a very good ammo type. Especially good for doing battle with enemy heavy troopers. Oh, could buy a couple of 40 mils, but oh wait. Before I forget, I'll donate these. not going to sell you this stuff. Because I know it doesn't pertain to your particular interest. I'll sell it to Skinflint, probably. Just about 8 o'clock. I need a red rifle repair kit. First, I'll take a look at these. I should have taken this to sell to the professor. Basic fine-tuning. So I have 2 first-tier upgrade kits and 3 third-tier ones. Let's see what the caliber component set. I just happen to have one of those. I get this thing converted to 545. I'll never have to use a crank again. Though the crank in this mod, as I've said in the past, does perform better than it does in any of the core games. And I've still got more than 42,000. 42, there's that number again. Wait, I need the gunsmith. Right? Gunsmithing tools, I always forget. Like, why do you need multiple sets of tools at one workstation if you've already got a set of basic, advanced, and expert tools equipped at the workstation? Why do you need gunsmithing tools on top of that? What are all the other tools used for?
О, привет! Бывай!
It's just extra tedium. I want / need. Reliability, for sure. Might as well add that one. Might end up buying these two, so I can then add this one. We'll see how much they cost. I have enough, but I'm trying not to go down below, let's say, 20,000. He's over here if you need his services. Mangun PI. But you'll have to wait your turn. Oh.
Время дорого. Рассказывай.
I didn't want to spend that much. But I made a hard save and a quick save, so that puts me down just below 20,000. Now I have a 5.45 rifle that's worth a damn. As good as the crink is in this mod, it's still a crink. It's outclassed and outmoded by this. Save this for later. Could use it to fix up the crink, but I don't need to do that now. I meant to sell this to Mangun PI. This one and this one. Let's see if this is in good enough condition to sell. I'll go ahead and sell these sound suppressors, since I won't be needing them anymore, probably. Loaded. And notice how you reload wrong-handed even though the gun is not front heavy.
Да ты рассказывай, с чем пришел.
Bureau hand. Gotta remind myself to look for one of those. Already back up to 5 figures.
Ну, здорово.
Sell you this. Tempted to sell him my Venka. I'll hold on to that just in case anyone's asking for a quantity of it. Do I have a... This is a controller hand, yeah. Snork hand, zombie hand. Strike that, reverse it. Wait, there. Bureau hand. Somehow my eyes glanced right over it. Probably because that's an eyesore. Or dog's breakfast.
Время дорого. Рассказывай.
Smoking through your gas mask. Rabby? Is that like a pet name?
Поговори с барменом.
Ну, привет.
Как делишки?
I can definitely do that. Pseudo-dog fur. I might have some of that, I'll check.
Чего так долго, а? Да ты рассказывай, с чем пришел.
That's a real name.
Привет, слушаю тебя. Привет, брат.
Do I have 6 of those? I'll check for that too. Pseudo-dog fur and 6 freedom or patches.
Ну, чего расскажешь хорошего?
Подходи, сталкер.
The
Для таких,
classic
как ты, у меня всегда есть кое-что интересное.
SSP-99M. If it had a gemstone name, I imagine it would be Emerald. Pseudodog fur and 6 freedom patches. I don't think I have either of those. But that's all right. Stash those here.
Ну, здорово.
Are you lighting 2 campfires? Yes. I need to amass more ammo before I make use of that. So I'll re-equip all of that. See what message I missed. Nothing significant. See if I can sell the crank. Something else I can do is fix up cranks and stash them
Как жизнь?
throughout the zone as backup weapons. That's not really hugely necessary. I'll take what I can get for this one. I never bothered to upgrade it for exactly this reason. I knew I'd be selling it eventually because I knew it would be outmoded eventually. Almost. I've almost gotten myself back up to 20,000. And after I get these other sets of tools to Peregrine, I will be. And I think that's all I have to do. All I have left to do, apart from these northerly things and this and this. Let's see if that group shows up here in the wild territory at the same time I do. Are they showing up? Don't think so. Oh well. Is that pyro guy still messing around? I think so, and I still don't feel like wasting ammo on it. Maybe I should have bought some more vodka. To trade for more 545. What I really should do is buy some quantity of 545 AP and use that in the modified AK-102. I reiterate, I would have been using the AK-105 this whole time instead of the Krinkov, but I really can't tolerate its reload animation. I can force myself to tolerate the player character reloading with their shooting hand with an AK. Even though it's an obsolete technique, it's not a totally incompetent technique. Ditching the magazine is a totally incompetent technique. Especially when it's not, when the technique being displayed is not an emergency reload. If it's an emergency reload, that makes it more tolerable. But when it's being done, when it's not purposeful to do so, that's a bit less tolerable. So, all these dumb things that have become the status quo, some are more tolerable than others. Let's see if I can get through here. Again. Fast as fast can be, you'll never catch me! Remember the jackalope? Some of yous might. You haven't gotten me yet. You haven't gotten this wabbit yet. Hopefully I can keep it that way.
I see you.
I'll sell this grease to Peregrine. I think my goodwill score will increase by 40 points with each delivery of a set of tools. Which means it'll go from $6.99 to $7.39 to $7.79. I should just take all the stuff out of that Foot Locker
Видали уже.
Чего тебе?
and put it in this one. It's just that doesn't look like the classic Foot Locker that I'm accustomed to that comes in either blue or OD green. First we'll check my personal score and my place on the leaderboard and this Goodwill score.
Вытяну. Зубами удержусь, а вытяну. Главное, с катушек не слететь. А то все коту под хвост.
739 as predicted. So I should end up with 779 after this. Supply core.
Говорят, эти твари по ночам стали на патрули нападать. Главное, днем между собой срутся, а ночью собираются в стаи и нас кончают.
Прорвемся. Куда мы денемся?
Would you happen to be interested in
С чем пожаловали в мою скромную лабораторию?
what have I got? Pen,
Хватило. А так прорвемся.
sparkler, or jellyfish? Oh, you want a bearer hand too. And once again, I forgot to bring that spare echo detector that I had stashed over here to sell to Professor Sakharov. I think this can have a total of a total of 3 armor slots.
Я так чувствую, с 5 килограммов я уже тут того.
If I got into Stalker cosplay, that's probably what I'd build. An Isrit suit. 40,744. Built myself back up. Built my wealth back up.
А вот такое вам как?
Package for Corden.
Вот и ладушки. Вот и хорошо.
I don't feel like going to Corden.
Если нужно что, спрашивай у главного.
myself a drink.
Интересно, сколько у меня в заначке скопилось? Чуть не пересчитывал даже.
Could go to sleep here. Not yet midnight.
Вытяну. Зубами удержусь, а вытяну. Главное, с катушек не слететь. Это все коту под хвост.
И никого на горизонте. Вот
Army warehouses.
вот и хорошо.
See if I can get a few things done there.
И когда же нас отсюда заберут-то?
Где опять эти жертвы собрания застряли? Сами, небось, сытые, а мы трепетим без горячего.
Слушай, все вопросы к главному.
А интересное кино получилось.
Слушаю тебя.
Are you using a crank? Again, this is one of those things that I could do, but I'm tired of putzing around in pre-bar areas. What was that cha-cha you were doing? I've seen NPCs do that. On multiple occasions. I'll leave this here. Now, will I remember that I've done this? Since I'm changing up the order of things here.
Все пойдет.
Чего тебе?
Кстати, говорят, военные сталкеры в таких шлемах ходят. Какие-то токосъемники для них пределом.
Здравствуйте, молодой человек.
This might seem foolish, what I'm about to do here.
Аномалии, мать. Вот это самое страшное точно. Как это здорово. Как его зажарило. А другого по деревьям раскидало. Кусками.
I didn't lose too much from that, but now
Всего наилучшего.
everything is nice and neat and consistent.
Нифига себе.
And
Разлияние мозг. Остальные в реанимации. Давно очень. А дальше-то что? Степанок под капельницей.
some industrial grease for you.
Федин тот контужен. Если бы, кстати, не он, похоронили бы всех. А ведь даже выброса не было. Тянули контейнер с артефактом. Сейчас в Тихоречи. Группа физиков проверяет его на приборах. Предварительно говорят, что это обломок аномалии. Чего-то типа капсулирования, какой-то торсионной боли. Плотнее урана где-то в 2 раза, говорят. Плюс какая-то пульсация артефакта на уровне псифона. Свойства, естественно, непонятны. Тихонечко мальчик партизан. Пульсация, мать его.
Навернуть бы сейчас гречки с тушенкой. Да. Если я бы на...
Next episode, I should do this, and definitely this, and see if I can pick up any more jobs that pertain to the Army warehouses while I'm in Rostock.
Где опять эти жертвестые снабжения застряли?
And then maybe see
Сами, небось, сытые, а мы
if I can
трепетим без
pick up any jobs that pertain to Zatan or Jupiter while I'm in the Army warehouses.
Так, что-то у меня еще съедобного осталось. Или перебиться пока.
А слышали легенду о темном сталкере? А? Блин, боюсь ее рассказывать. Мне ее рассказал один ветеран под большим секретом. Но через день он бесследно исчез. Что-то не верится. Может быть и я, если расскажу ее, завтра погибну. Не, чуваки, не
I
буду.
wonder why Spirit
Так и надо.
is ranked as a rookie.
Вот и ладушки. Вот и хорошо.
How is this guy a professional with a neutral reputation?
Скукотища зеленая. Какое тут все...
It's like being lawful neutral. It's like you're just doing your job and you're not really building relationships along the way. I'm not yet a master or a legend,
Так ведь и без толку все. Ну стоит.
but I'm working my way up.
А сталкеров все равно полная зона.
Time for breakfast, which some call brekkie.
Слушаю тебя.
Спроси у старшова.
They might be offering the same missions, and again, they might have changed it up. Everything's looking good. Till next time, catch you on the flip side.